Yeah, today I'm going to talk about Salesforce integration. I'm trying to demo you the Salesforce plus Magento integration application with you. Okay. First of all, uh, I'm going to configure the Magento settings. What is the Magento setting? I'll show that to you. I'm opening in a new record the Magento settings which I've already saved because I don't have things in hand to create a new Magento settings with the proper endpoint and stuff. That's the reason I'm trying to show you the existing Magento setting which I have some endpoint. Okay. So in this scenario, the name of this Magento settings I have to give manually. I can give Magento Heroku version 2 application. Okay, that is my endpoint. Okay, so coming down to, I'm clicking my edit to show you the things. So this is the endpoint of my Magento application, and I'm using version 2 SOAP index. This is the endpoint of that Magento application. Okay, where they are exposing services to Salesforce. Okay, not only Salesforce, they are exposing to other portals also. Anyone can use the services, and you can even write a Java application to integrate with Magento also. But the requirement here is I'm using it in Salesforce. The endpoint is same for all the applications. They are exposing the SOAP services here. Okay, if I'm copying and if I'm trying to hit on the new URL, I can see how the services. Okay, why I am seeing Heroku app. Heroku is a platform where I can host my e-commerce store, where I can host my custom consumer applications, any custom application which is built on Ruby, Rails, Python, anything, I can store it. So this is, so I think the portal is disabled. So this is the XML file, SOAP error, passing wisdom. So the intent of this application is there are millions of Magento customers. If the retail company who is using Magento want to use Salesforce, yes, we are here to help them integrate their Magento solution with Salesforce. Okay, I'm trying to sync all the order lines. Yeah, there's a passing request. So please contact this number. So this is the error log. So I think they have disabled the service currently. This is another edition. This is the main production edition. -C is the other edition for developing things. We are using different edition. Developer edition hyphen like this also. I will give .dev to check whether this is working or not. Again, not only Salesforce have sandboxes. Even the Magento stores also have sandboxes. They generally don't share the data of the production instance. First, when you are developing things, they generally share the developer editions. Okay, yeah, this also is disabled. So this is also some cloud application. If they are not paying license cost for this hosting, they are going to disable that application. Still, they are saying Heroku, no such application, right? Just checking it. These are the endpoints, okay? The actual endpoint of the application with, there will be some unique parameters, means unique link, version 2 underscore SOAP index.php like this, okay? Anyway, so I think the services which I'm using currently are disabled. The stores are disabled. They haven't paid the things. I'm clicking on old store. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, this is another link I'm trying to open in the new tab, dev.mazling.com. Yeah, this is the Magento store. I think this is working. Developer edition is working. So I'm trying to hit the wrong URL earlier, like Magento-dev. So this is the developer link. I'm trying to integrate my system with this. Okay. So what happens here is I'll come back to my system. Okay. When I'm clicking on sync orders, so this is the configuration. So there is a username and API key. API key consider this as a password while coming to the Magento stores. But coming down to other systems, they can give some more parameters also. So like something like username, password, security key, and even a last pulled order is the additional parameter where you're trying to pass. Okay, which tells you, hey, till here you have synced. You have to sync the new things after this number. Okay, and enabled the store means all the consumers so will be assigned to this account. Okay, so here each and every store is an account, will be mapping to one account, and if I'm clicking on sync customers, I'm going to sync all the customers in this store to under this account. I'm going to map it. I'm going to sync the Magento settings history. So this is the Magento setting history of this. If I'm changing anything, I can see the history of that, and I can even see, get the stores by clicking on if I'm clicking on sync customers, it obviously picks me the stores also, customer groups also. Again, see, I will show the data model to you. So generally, coming to any e-commerce applications, it's not very similar to the Salesforce, right? They don't use products. They don't use, yeah, they use products, but in a different way. They don't use opportunities. They don't use a price book, all this stuff. Okay, if they are using, yes, we can sync them with Salesforce. But most people, they have products inventory. Okay, they have some constant different discounted separate price books. You can create some custom price books for that. Okay, and they don't sell the things like the general CRM. Okay, for companies like generators, the way of selling in generator company is different. The way of selling in the retail company is different. People go to the e-commerce store, simply order the things whichever they want. So in this scenario, there are some orders for each and every customer. There are some shipping addresses, right? See, that's what you can see: orders, shipping address, payment details of the customers for which they are placing the orders. Okay, and the products. Customers are the people who are buying from your store. So if I am a customer of Amazon, my data will be available in this. My payment details are available in payment details. My shipping details, I can put a lot of addresses for my home, for my office, for my brother's home, all this stuff. All the shipping address I can manage in this. So what are order lines? In each and every order, I can order 4 or 5 products. Okay, in this case, one order will be having 4 or 5 order lines. Each and every order line will be mapped to a product. For suppose if I am ordering 4 to 5 products in the same order, 4 products in the same order. Or suppose I'm ordering 2 books, 2 different books, and 1 shuttle rockets and some stuff. Okay, 4 products. Now there are 4 order lines in my application, my data model. I have to sync all this stuff. If I'm going to any of this order, I can see everything in a 360-degree view for each and every order. Let's click on 154, this order. So the order number, this complete information is coming from my Magento system. Okay, so and the price, everything for the amount what the customer got is on $975.5. Here the customer email address, customer information. By clicking on this, you can see the customer name and information. Okay, and the external ID to integrate. So this ID is common even in Magento also. That's the reason I'm storing an external ID. This is useful. This must be always unique. You can't duplicate this. Okay, and cart ID, each and everything is coming from the Magento system. I will tell you how which class is helping me to do this. Okay, and this is the order line. I'm currently ordering only 1 product. That's the reason I'm seeing only 1 order here in this page. In the 1 order, there's only 1 order line. If I'm ordering 4 products from the same order, I can see four order lines here. And the shipping address, Yeah, it's only one for the order, and the payment details again one for the order. These are all child objects. For suppose I can do one thing, I can pay some X amount in one credit card and the remaining amount in another credit card also. In that way, I can use two payment details. Right. So, but yeah, Salesforce supports, but shipping details is only one for an order in Magento. That's the reason I can see only one shipping details here. That's the thing. But I can even ship multiple products to multiple things. That feature is not available in Magento. That's the reason I cannot create multiple shipments here in my system. So why I am syncing these details in this application, Salesforce application? The reason why I'm doing this is the support team are using Salesforce. They want everything is in sync with Salesforce system. That is the reason they go to the Magento settings and they will click on sync. So clicking on cancel, I'm going to the Magento settings page. So these are different Magento settings. Why I'm creating different Magento settings? Each and every company can have 4 or 5 stores. For suppose Amazon have many stores based on country. Amazon US is different, Amazon India is different. Okay, in that case, I can create multiple settings. This is for suppose if you think this is the store for American people for US region, I will click on sync orders on this. I'm going to sync all the orders of the US region in this Magento settings. Okay, I can create separate account for that, so that all the customers are linked with this account. I can even create different settings based on countries, all this stuff. It happens. Big companies are doing that. If you go any shopping company like Nike, so they have stores across the globe. They have to maintain all the stores in one portal. If some guy is calling to the international support, yes, I have to support all the systems. That's how it works, right? This is a consumer group. So again, consumer have some groups. For suppose some people are interested in technology products. Some people are interested only in books. I can create the categories of consumers. That part is available in Magento system. Same thing, I'm trying to show this information here on the Salesforce. Okay, a young group, a old group, all these groups I can create them. So this is useful to target the people. So if he is a young group, obviously they're interested in some technology products and wireless devices and stuff. If they are old people, yes, their preferences are different. That's how I can send the newsletters to them accordingly. Everything is we can build it, but the current module which I built is only for something for the support. The customer support can service their customers from Salesforce. So coming down to any customer, I can show you some customer where I can see the 360-degree view of the customer, what all the products what he got from my store from the first day, from the first order. If I ordered around 10 products 10 times at different times of a year, I can see everything in one page. See, there is one address because he's not having address. If he's having 4 addresses, I can even see this everything here. There's only one order line. So, but yes, I can store all the orders, addresses, shipping details, and everything here, order lines, and everything at one page. So customer rep can directly see this account and see when he is answering the things. By seeing this information, he can show whether this customer is new customer or old customer. They can even specially offer some discounts based on the customer profile. So I have a lot of formula fields which automatically be generated orders last 30 days. I'll put this is the role of summary field on this, on orders object. So it counts the last 30 days orders. It counts last 60 days orders. This counts last 90 days orders. This is the purchase total amount. It sums up the order details. Each and every order will be having some amount. The total purchase what you have done in the last 30 days will tell you the sum of all order amounts. This is only the count. Okay. This is the total items ordered in the last 30 days. Everything will show you the profile of this customer. So let's come back to our Magento settings. So this is the place where you are doing all this stuff, syncing all this stuff. So first suppose if I want to sync from this store, that is old store, is working. Sync orders. If I'm clicking on sync orders, I'm taking it to a new page that is called orders list. This is a page. So I can't, this is the, this app is going to be deployed in the App Exchange. I can't show you the complete code for this, but I can show the important things. So the way of syncing is I can put down all the order numbers which I want to sync with comma separated values, like for suppose 100003 comma 100008 comma, like this I can give, and I can click on get orders so that it syncs all the orders which I have given here. And get all orders, if I'm clicking on this, it's no need any number, it automatically syncs all the orders into my system. So each and so these are simple buttons on my VF page which are connected to my Magento class. Magento class is the main class which are having some methods which are using some SOAP request class for authentication and stuff. Okay, I'll do that. So this is how you know, right? When I'm clicking any button, I'm connecting this action button to some action in method action. Some Apex method inside the Magento class. See, get orders is one method. Get all orders is one. I'm calling different method inside this Magento class. For suppose, let's click on get orders method. I'm clicking on search. I'm putting down here. I'm clicking on find. This is the method. This is the page reference method. If there is no order here, okay, I'm going to show some message. Please enter the order numbers. Okay. And this is all orders list is for this button. So when I'm doing this, okay, see, I simply am calling get orders method. Get orders method is one more method inside the same system. So if there's only there's a lot of logic in this. If I'm just giving simply only one number, see, I'm splitting the string. This is a string which I'm passing down, right? I'm splitting with the comma, and when I'm splitting this with comma, right? What happens if there are 5 values with 4 commas? Then the items in this list, ARR orders is 5 items. 5 times I'm checking the size of the the list which I'm creating now with the order numbers which I'm creating here. Okay. Later on, what I'm doing is, if it is greater than 1, I'm calling the batch call, batch class. This batch call is separate method in this. I'll show that to you. This is a batch call. This is the batch call method. So the batch call method is calling a batch class. So your request has been, so I'm going to show this message when I'm trying to query the orders, multiple batches. I'm going to show this message when I'm clicking on this button. I'll show this message on the screen. Your request has been batched and you will be emailed when it's finished, when it's done. So in this scenario, my batch class will prepare, first of all, will prepare some request, SOAP request. It's going to hit the Magento endpoint and query the data, okay, and create and the response which I'm getting, right, I'm going to parse it with XML class with SOAP with the SOAP response. I have some parsing methodology here, and I'm doing that. And I'm going to store all the items, orders, order lines, shipping details, payment details, and everything in one response. I'm creating all these list of items in my system with multiple wrapper classes. At the end, I'm trying to save all these objects. Okay, this is what happening here. If I'm giving multiple orders, for suppose, if I'm giving 40 orders with commas between them, if I'm clicking on sync get orders, what happens here? If 40 orders have each order if he is having 5 or 6, sorry, if each order is having 5 products, now 40 into 5, 200 order lines will be there, 40 orders, 200 order lines, and 40 shipping details, and more than 40 payment details, right? And all these are linked with the customer. I have to map the customer mapping on all this stuff, okay? That's what I'm trying to save in my system, okay? And so I have created some generic SOAP request class, that is this. Why I'm creating this? This is a general class. This is a public class. This class is used by all the methods. So instead of authenticating with the SOAP services and requesting session ID, so I'm creating a generic class and I'm using these methods everywhere. So when I'm coming back to my system, see, for get orders, again I have to call authenticate the service and I have to get the information, right? Session ID and all this stuff, and I have to pass the session ID to query more and more information. Same information I have to use when I'm using get all methods. Instead of writing this every time, authenticating, querying and authenticating, I have a separate SOAP class. That same session will be used for all these buttons. So what happened here in the Magento settings, I am showing only the get orders. There is get customers, get inventory also. The SOAP request class is helping that methods also. That requirement also it's helping out, because I'm authenticating only once with the SOAP request class and I'm using the same session ID. So for some point of time, like for 1 hour or like that, it depends on the session timeout of the current Magento system. Okay. Right. If the session is not active, I'm going to again authenticate and I'm going to query the information. That everything is defined in this class, SOAP request class. So I can call this method. See, the first method in this thing is I'm getting the Magento setting from the system, because this information I require to hit the endpoint. Okay. See, that's the reason I'm querying API key, username, account, API endpoint, and from Magento settings. This information I'm going to use, that is stored in OBG Magento's mage settings. This information I'm going to return and I'm going to use it for preparing the SOAP body. Why I'm creating SOAP body? This I have to pass in my request. I have to build everything according to the requirement, according to the web service description language file what they shared. So there is some documentation for that. I have to use the documentation, how to prepare the SOAP body, how to pass the requests, okay, and how will be the sample data coming from the system. Based on that, I have to write the parser classes. Okay, this is the request which I'm going out. So there are few examples even in the developer.force.com. You can check it out. Okay. If I'm currently authenticated, I can use the session ID. Get session ID will give you the session ID. This session ID I will be passing down from the next time for querying the data. Okay, this is enough. You don't need to again authenticate for each and every time immediately. Okay, so this SOAP request, this is the method for requesting for hitting the URL and stuff. Okay, this is what happening here. The endpoint I'm dynamically getting from our OBJ settings dot API underscore endpoint underscore C to automatically bring the endpoint, and it's going to hit with this. See, HTTP response mage to response equal to Magento HTTP dot send. This is the Magento HTTP is the HTTP request. It's here. I'm going to hit this by sending the request which I have prepared. See, I have string body. I have defined here. If you can see this, this is the string body. This is the body of this. I am defining the string body here. The string body I'm passing from this method, and I'm using this string body here in the request. I'm preparing the request properly with the get method, string body, and I'm creating the request here, and I'm firing this request here by passing down the Magento request into this HTTP request, and I'm clicking on send. After sending this, I have the result, the response. See, system.debug will show you the response on my debug logs. This is for testing internally for the This is useful for developers to test. Okay, and later on, I'm returning the Magento response, HTTP response. That's the Magento response returning from this method. The response which I'm getting, I will be passing down in a separate method on the independent classes. So yeah, this is get order body. I have get order line body. This is how I'm passing the information. It's different methods for different objects. Okay, they are going to return you different values in a different format. I am using this particular get a customer address body. These are all methods for that, for passing each and every custom object information. So this is having a lot of customizations. Okay. Yeah, I can't give access to this edition because this is still in technical review, so it may go live short time. That's the reason I'm not sharing you all this. So similarly, you can by understanding the scenarios, right? You can figure out some scenario which fits for your business. For suppose if you are working for some healthcare company, if that healthcare company is looking for some integration with some third-party portal to get some leads or to get some information about their inventory, something like that. Yes, you can frame some story based on this requirement. Hey, this is what we are doing. So when you are trying to do this type of thing, you have to prepare some notes. The requirement what I had done in mind. You can first, if you prepare that, you can fluently tell in the projects, right? Otherwise, if they ask about the requirement what you have done on some web services or integrations, you can't directly think and answer it very quickly, right? So it won't be. So when you are doing that, they can understand that you haven't worked on integrations. So keep in mind what means based on the customer in which you are putting the web service integrations. Yeah, think about that customer, what they might need. Based on that, you can create some story. Hey, I have done this stuff there, like this. It works. Yeah. So talk for 5 minutes about the integration. This is what we do. This is what we are passing and stuff. You think about custom objects. You can design. Talk about that. And that's it. So all these custom objects are integrated with. So these objects are very similar with the data model of Magento. That's what we have built some custom application with that. In this complete design, the standard objects we are using is accounts, contacts, and products. That's it. The remaining, I think product source is also a custom object. The name is same. The tab is same, but the products is a custom B2C products. Okay. And order lines, accounts, and customers are contacts in our system. In this e-commerce system, so my account is a store, means specific to some store. I'm connecting to some accounts. I can even connect same account to multiple stores also. Okay, that's the requirement of this customer. So you can't go with it. You can go in multiple ways. Each and every store you can map to different accounts also, but customers are actual customers. I mean, contacts in our Salesforce system. Sales channels, Magento stores, these are consumer groups. These are all different other options which are not integrated.
Venkat?
Yeah.
If the interviewer asks the questions like, what did you do in integration? What do we have to say?
What all you have to do in integration? Can you repeat again question?
Yeah, I mean, if the interviewer asks the question like this, like, what did you do in integration? Or which tool you used? Or, I mean, I don't have any idea about integration, but if they ask any questions regarding integration.
Yeah, you generally don't use any tools, especially means these are enterprise systems. Mm-hmm. So for suppose
like we are using the web services.
Yeah, it depends on your
So,
customer, right? So if your customer is trying to integrate with some Flipkey, with some other tool where you can manage, you are managing some information. They want you to integrate your Salesforce system with their system. It depends based on customer to customer. So, so first suppose
yeah,
what
okay.
happens sometimes is they have some internal tool which is separate in Java technology, and you have CRM system completely in Salesforce. In this case, if they want some integration to happen between the systems, yeah, they can do one way is data integration that happens in the back end every day at some point of time. If that is not available, if they want to go only with the application integration, whenever a data is created in the system, we have to sync into the Salesforce. That we can do with our REST services. Or if I want to sync at once by the customer by clicking on some action, yes, if there is a lot of data, I can use some SOAP request. I can get all the information at once into my system by clicking on sync orders, sync all customers like this. Yeah, and there is one more tool to test your services, that is SOAP UI. That's the other. I think that's open source tool. I am not sure. I think you can even get 30 days free license. Uh, that is useful to test your responses. If you are building your own services to test, hey, whether my services are working properly or not, you will try checking whether this endpoint is hitting properly. When I'm hitting properly, what is the response? I can even check each and everything with that SOAP UI tool. Okay. For suppose if some guy gave
okay.
some URL to you to this is my web services and this is the API parameters. Yes, you try with the SOAP UI tool by the method what they are asking for, like get or post method. Try to hit that. Try to get some information. If you can see whether the information is coming properly or not, the proper parameter. That's the tool for we generally use for integrations. SOAP UI.
Mm.
Yeah. Any questions?
Hi, Venkat.
Yeah. Srinath.
Uh,
Yeah, we have called at
Yesterday
6 p.m.
he for batchable Apex. From where should I start? Uh,
From batch effects, right? So first of all, you generally, if you don't know anything, nothing about that. So if you don't know about the topic, just go to developer.force.com, search for batch effects. So you can find some documentation there. You just read the complete document from the starting line to end document, and try to create some simple notes for that. And so by reading the complete document, you will be getting you'll be getting the advantage of it, when to use it, all this stuff. So write in points, and that you can keep in a PPT. You don't need to demo. I mean, when I'm asking for a demo, you don't need to write the coding completely like this. You can pick on some example. You only create some simple example and show how to create this, what are required methods for batch class. That's how you have to decide. That's how you have to uh, go ahead for that. If you don't have any plan, I mean, if you don't have any idea on that, also you can create topics in that way. So explain about each and every method, like what you have to put in start method, execute, and finish methods. Okay. So in the scenario which I talked today, right, when I'm trying to do some batch class, parsing and each and everything, I'm going to do, I'm going to call these methods from the SOAP request class, from the execute method. That's fine. But in the finish method, I can send out an email. Hey, my task is finished. If there's no errors in this batch class, I'll simply send out an email to the person who executed this batch saying, hey, the batch is done. You can check out the new orders in your system. That I can email. That I am doing in the finish method, right? After finishing the batch. And if there's any errors, I can send out an email saying, hey, I use sending single message class, and I'm saying that, hey, there is some issues with these orders. There's no orders in the system with this order numbers. Like that, you can send out some simple message based on the errors what you have seen, what you are getting from the parsing class. Yeah, use developer.salesforce.com. Thing for exploring any developer stuff. So the topics you can search there with the keywords like batch class and stuff, so you can get the relevant links for that. You can use that for preparing the demos. Prepare at least 5 to 6 slides of things, 5 to 6 slides of your topic, or 5 to 10 slides, depends. And you can even put down some small code in the presentation also. And if you want to demo, at least again, for 5 minutes you show the slides, and later on you can switch to the Salesforce for demoing. It depends again based on your topic. Some topic don't need any presentation. Some topic need complete presentations like that. All right. Hey, that's it, guys. Actually, I have another call. I have to join that call. Yeah, I hope we'll connect later. Okay. We'll close this call for today. Let's meet sometime later. Okay. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Again, I'm saying if I have any issues with your city names, just let me know on email. So